What kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense? How can you accuse someone of kind of sexual abuse type stuff? And especially with a gay man, you just know that just comes across even worse. With things like sexuality, gender, religion, those are things that when you start to talk about them, people get defensive. There are telltale signs of cult-like behaviours. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am the lovely London girl. And it has been a while. So I've just been really busy at work. I have a full-time job and it's just basically pushed all my energy to one side. So I haven't really been on this channel in a while. And also the weather's been really grey and horrible, so it's not the best to film using natural lighting when it's not bright outside. And I have lights, but I didn't really want to use them. Anyway, excuse my dry lips, a bit dry. Let me just moisturise it real quick. It's been a while, but I'm going to be doing a makeup look today, and I have some new things I want to kind of try out, so I'm excited for that. Let's get started. So first I'm gonna start by moisturising my face. My face is clean, but it's not moisturised. So I'm gonna start by using the Nivea Daily Essentials 24-hour moisture plus express primer. It's for dry skin, and it's a gel cream with almond oil and effective hydrators. Now, I don't normally have dry skin, but in this winter season I do. So it's more like a combination where it's only oily around here and then it's dry everywhere else. And I'm using a matte, super matte foundation today, so I need something that's going to be moisturising. Let's try that today. And it's also a primer, so after I apply this, all I have to do is start to apply my makeup. The lighting's all like dodged, sorry guys, but so I'm gonna try and do a natural brow today because I don't really like the whole bold brows, and sometimes I even prefer my eyebrows just to stay with their hairs not filled in. So I'll be using the Beauty Bakerie gelato in Ciaccolato, I think that's what you call it. I will say that the darker colours are pigmented for sure and opaque, but the blue, I've got blue, orange, pink, they're not as opaque, which is quite annoying, because I thought I'll be able to make some really nice eyeliner looks with that, but they seem really weird, and then you would have to build it up quite a lot, I don't know, but we'll see. I guess I can always use it as an eyeshadow base. Have you guys been following the Kuckian and is it Peter Mon, the Peter Mon situation? It's crazy. Now, I am on Peter Mon's side because people can really manipulate things on the internet these days to make it seem like something, and you have to be 100% sure that what you're presenting to people are facts before you make bold allegations. You know, because I studied law, I'm a law graduate, and in tort law there's this thing called defamation. Now, it's really hard to prove defamation of character, but where you know that what you're saying might not be true and you say it as fact anyway, there could be a case for defamation. And you have to be really careful what you say about people, because especially with things like, you know, Kuckian was talking about almost like child grooming / like child abuse of little boys, like the pictures that Peter Mon was allegedly posting on his Tumblr page, where, you know, young boys topless or in suggestive kind of positions and sexually graphic stuff, you know, and he was suggesting that Peter Mon works with boys, yet he posts such things on his Tumblr page. Now, I have a Tumblr page. I have over 1,000 followers on Tumblr, and I'll tell you this, if you follow quite a few people on Tumblr, on your dashboard you will get loads of porn, you'll get loads of just different things, you just get loads of really weird things on your dashboard, and it's up to you to unfollow those people. If you choose to re-block that, or, you know, put that on your own blog, it stays there. But the way Kuckian has a past of photoshopping tweets and all that stuff, I don't know if those photos were actually there, but Peter Mon did delete his Tumblr page, which in my opinion, made him look suspect. But just to stop all the speculation and all, you know, all of the questions and allegations, I guess that's why he deleted it. But yeah, I still stand with Peter Moore. And the thing is, you can't go around making accusations like that. And John Kuckian's video where he was accusing him has been deleted. But I think underneath that, in the description box, someone who had watched it when it first came out said that he put a disclaimer saying all opinions in this video are, or all things stated in this video are not facts, they are my opinion, and please do your own investigation to find out if they're true or not. What? What kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense? How can you accuse someone of kind of sexual abuse type stuff? And especially with a gay man, you just know that just comes across even worse. And especially when it's like younger boys, you just know it comes off worse with all the Jimmy Savile and all of these Harvey Weinsteins and all of these things that are coming out. You know, it's just, you know that things like that, phrases put together like that are inflammatory, and for you to just casually, you know, let me just do that a little bit. So for you to just casually just say that about somebody without even having an ounce of proof, apart from some pictures that allegedly were on his Tumblr page, he did a very brave thing, you know, he did a very brave thing. So these are my eyebrows. I'm not going to conceal them, I'm going to be different. I'm not going to be doing Instagram brows. So for foundation, I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Soft Filter Foundation, and I got the shade 450. Now, when I was doing my research online, I knew that 460 was red undertones, and red undertones do not blend into my skin and become seamless. They stick out, so that's why I did want to get something with a red undertone. And the 470 after that was a bit too orange from what I saw, and so 450 is nice neutral. So it's a warm shade, which means it's got yellow undertones, and my skin tone is based on a lot of yellow. It's a deeper yellow, obviously, it's not the bright yellow, but it's still yellow. And if you look at my chest, it's yellow based, and my face and my neck are darker, and I'm working on that to kind of take down the hyperpigmentation. But until then, I just thought it's best to buy a foundation that matches with the rest of my body, should I decide to wear an off-the-shoulder top or dress, than match something to my face and neck and have that be darker and the rest of my body lighter. I just don't like that. And then I'll be forced to have to do highlights every single time I wear the foundation if I got it darker. So I just got this instead. So we're gonna shake it.
Making moves that I thought I wanted back at 21, 22, 20.
When I first got it, I was a bit apprehensive about the colour match, but I think it's a happy medium. My face, I don't know if you can see. You can't see because the lighting's here.
Wanting more, yeah. I never knew
this foundation, it looks a bit cray-cray when you first put it on, but then it has its drying time. And you know, I spoke to the lady at the counter at Fenty Beauty at Harvey Nichols in Knightsbridge, posh, and she said that only oil-based foundations oxidize, and this foundation isn't oil-based. So all those reviews online saying that it oxidizes, what they fail to recognize is that it actually has a drying time. So when you apply it to your face, you saw how light it looked on my face. It has a drying time, so when you apply it to your face and then when it actually dries are two different things, and it's not actually oxidation because there's no oil in it. I thought that was pretty interesting. You know, sometimes that's why you have to be qualified. Sometimes that's why you have to, you know your stuff and be educated, because people think everything is oxidation, but if there's no oil in the foundation, according to this lady, then it's not oxidation, it's just a drying time. It is slightly yellowy, but I think that's okay. I don't put foundation on my ears, that's okay, it doesn't really matter. But I think it's nice. So, I also wanted to talk about Spac Nation. Now, I watched Mo Chunks. I was watching her before I did this video, and I've watched her videos previously. And I wouldn't have known about it until I watched the video. And Spac Nation is meant to be, or is a church but it's registered as 2 limited liability companies as opposed to a charity. Because you know churches are charities so that they're taxed, but it's actually registered as a company, and that like ping 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 ping, it like spoke to me. I'll tell you why. But Spac Nation is like a church. It's meant to be a church, right? Fair enough. And you know, with things like sexuality, gender, religion, those are things that when you start to talk about them, people get defensive because their hearts are invested in it, or they believe that that's just the right thing to do, or that's who they are, or whatever. So people get very offensive or defensive. But from what I saw in Mo Chunks' video and to the research that she had done, it seemed very similar to an organisation that I kind of was involved in the past. Kind of very similar traits of focus seemingly being about God, but it's not on God, it's on more so material things and what cars you drive, the new cars you drive, all of those types of things. And I don't know, just from the little things I saw, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but little things I saw from Mo Chunks' research on the Twitter and everything like that, it seems that when you start to like follow Christ and all that stuff, inevitably his personality rubs off on you through the Holy Spirit. So like, I'm very real, like I can be a B sometimes, you know, but I'm very honest about it. Like, but I'm not a B to your face. Like, I wouldn't never make someone feel bad or anything. Like, I don't enjoy making people feel bad, but I'm like very critical. Maybe it's a law student coming out of me, like very analytical and critical, and I don't take BS basically. So I don't think that's being a B, I think that's just knowing what I want and knowing where I'm going and all that stuff. But anyway, I can be very straightforward sometimes, but I'll never do it to you to make you feel bad. But yeah, so I can be that way, and then sometimes I feel like, you know what, the Holy Spirit's telling me to repent, I need to repent. So we're like, God forgive me, all of that stuff. So you know, there's something in you where you know you have to change and you can't be like that way anymore. But it seems that people, members of Spac Nation or representatives of Spac Nation, they just love it. They love the whole taunting and the whole being savage type thing. And it's like, if people from the outside were looking at that, would they see Christ, you know? And it's a pretty deep question. I don't know, if people looked at me, would they see Christ? That's a question I have to ask myself. So this is not in no way judging them or anything, but where you say that you're leading people to Christ, you have to, people can call you to account, you know what I mean? If you're saying that you're leading people to Christ. I ain't saying that I'm leading people to Christ, but naturally as a Christian, I will be. So I'm very conscious about how I treat people and what I say, you know? Sometimes I've just wanted to just ignore people or whatever, but I realised, look, I'm representing Christ in this office, I'm representing Christ here, I have to represent him well. I can't just, you know, do what I would want to do. So yeah, I just don't know. There are telltale signs of cult-like behaviours that you see in many churches that call themselves churches, but meanwhile you're bowing down to a pastor. Meanwhile, this is too much reverence for this pastor. Meanwhile, you put all your faith in this pastor. Pastor, pray for me. There's this, it happens a lot in African churches where cultural respect gets blended in with religion or faith, and then they blur lines and you don't know what's religion, you don't know what's culture. So it's interesting. Anyway, what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so I'm going to move on to concealer now, and I'm going to be using the LA Pro Concealer in Toast, I believe. So Toast is a nice colour for May, so I'm just going to try and do it lightly. This concealer is really thick, and my eyes creased anyway, so you know what, I'm just going to accept it. I'm just going to accept it. My beauty blender is still kind of damp, so I'm just going to spritz it with some Rimmel London Insta Fix and Go. I've spoken about it before on my channel. Don't you hate it when your face itches you when you've done your makeup? Why? Well, you had all the time to itch, and only when I do my makeup you want to itch. The devil's a liar. Okay, so I'm going to use my beauty blender, and I'm going to apply my concealer. But yeah, for this concealer, it might be best to do it eye by eye, because it does dry a little bit as it sits on your face, waiting for you to blend it. Let me know down below if you want to see a review of this L'Oreal Clay. I saw it first on Patricia Bright's page, and she tried on the brightening one, but I already bought the brightening scrub as well. So I have the L'Oreal unclog mask, and I have their brightening scrub for daily use, and I also have the Nip and Fab mask as well. It's called Powerful Mask. And what else did I buy? Then I bought the Nivea moisturizer and primer. So let me know if you want me to do a review on those things. I work in a law firm. I think I'll be able to. It's not too crazy. It's an afro, but it's not like, you know, I think this afro is quite smart. Because you see in these American dramas how, you know, like The Good Wife, you have Eli Gold's assistant. She works in politics. I know it's politics, it's not really an office, but it is an office. And she wears a afro, her hair is big. Her hair is bigger than mine. Why not? Like, I used to be scared to wear natural hair or braids or black hairstyles to interviews. And you know what? I feel like the world is changing. You see so many models now with hair like this, you know, and it's kind of like people don't even blink an eye anymore. It's like you have an afro out, people even like it, you know what I mean? Before, you might be stared at a little bit, because no one really had their natural hair out like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. In my department, they're lovely. Like, I changed my hair from like my long kinky curly hair wig to like a short straight black blunt cut bob wig.
Oh my gosh, your hair's so nice. You cut your hair.
And I was like,
yeah, we'll go with that story.
So they're like really enthusiastic. They really like the whole thing. And when I told a few of them that I make wigs and stuff, they were like fascinated. So I think it should be fine. So I'm going to be using a combination of the Collection 2000 Translucent 2 powder and the Makeup Revolution Terracota powder to set my under eye. Yeah, let me know, guys, down below what you think of black women in the corporate UK, in the city, working in the city, and natural hair. But the question is, am I willing to take the risk to go to an interview with my hair like this, risking that the person who's interviewing me might perceive this as a negative thing and then not give me the job? And these are things that black people have to think about, and it sucks that we have to, but until the world gets better, which I don't think it will, the Bible says it won't, it's just gonna have to be a thing we think about, you know? So to brush this away, I'll be using the Sleek Superior Cover powder in Supertan. I really like the name, like, girl, you ain't tan, you super tan. I'm just dusting off the excess, and I'm gonna be going over where I put the powder. I find it's always good to use a light hand for this. If you go too hard, you might rub away the product, and then the darkness underneath shows when you place the foundation initially. I have two eyeshadow colours that I use religiously, and they're both from Pro Artist. So one of them is eyeshadow colour 9, and the other one is eyeshadow colour 5, matte 5. For the sake of this video, I will prime my eyelids. Normally I wouldn't, but for the sake of this video I will. Just to go over that, I'm going to be using a warm brown shade. It's called 001 and it's by Dainty doll, and it was kind of founded by one of the ex-members of Girls Aloud. Then taking a smaller blending brush, I'm just going to take some of that dark brown that I showed you earlier and then use that to apply my outer third. Then I'm going to go in with this nice plum purple shade, and I got this from the Pound Shop, and it's their makeup line. It's called Makeup Gallery. It's actually pretty good. So I'm going to go in with the same brush and then go in my outer third. I'm kind of doing like a spotlight now, unplanned. I'm gonna take a small flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna be using a gold eyeshadow. Feel free to use any gold eyeshadow.
Small world, all the friends know me. Young boy living like.
These are one of the eyeshadow looks that look worse before they start to look better. So bear with, don't worry. Okay, and I'm gonna take like a broad brick red. I'm just gonna blend the edges of these two together.
They love it when the DJ drops the beat. So gonna.
Okay guys, so I've just done my mascara and my eyeliner. I used a generic eyeliner, but I used a very, very cool mascara, and this is the Marc mascara. I really can't remember the full line name, and I received this free because I'm signed up to Influencer. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that, you know, I wish it was, but they sent this to me free, and I have to disclose when I receive products for free. So I got this for free because I'm signed up to Influencer, and I really like the mascara. It's for volume building, and it does build volume. If you wait a bit and then you apply another one, your eyelashes can build up as well in terms of length. It can be a bit spidery if you're not careful, but one thing that I don't like about this is that after a while it disappears. So as you can see, these are my natural lashes. I'm not sure if they still look long, but I have spider lashes and they curl in anyway, so they're not going to be the full length. So they look great now, but then maybe 2 to 3 hours later it kind of disappears, it goes somewhere, you know. So that's the only bad thing I don't like about this mascara. I'm very excited because I got the Makeup Revolution Pale Light Loose Powders, and they have maybe 3 to 4 colours, and this one is in Candy Glow, and it's a really nice, I'll still say it's kind of coppery gold. I wouldn't say it's a true gold, but on my skin tone I would say it comes off as a nice true gold. And I'll just, they had a more rose goldy colour as well, but I decided to go with this one because I liked how it looks better on my skin. And I'm just going to be putting it here, I guess. It's actually super pigmented, but one thing I noticed, especially about the rose gold colour, that when you blend it out a lot, it becomes matte and not so shiny anymore. That's one thing to note. So that's what the highlight looks like. I really, really like it. It's my brother in the background sneezing. You can really go dark with this, like really, really dark. But I think it's a bit samey. It almost clashes with my eyes, so I'm not really a big fan of this. So let me wipe this off and keep it simple, like a little bit. Okay guys, this is the makeup look. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like it. It turned out to be something much more than I anticipated, but I really do like it, and it's given me some interesting ideas for New Year's Eve. So if you like this, please make sure you like, share and subscribe, and comment down below and answer any of the questions that I asked in the video about Spac Nation, John Kuckian, Peter Mon, about black women wearing their natural hair in the city or corporate America. So let me know. Let's have a conversation, let's have a dialogue. I'd like to talk to you guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my new subscribers. My goal for the end of the year was about 500 subscribers, and I know it's not a lot in this day and age of 10, 15, 70 million subscribers, but I'm grateful. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for all my new subscribers, and be free and love yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.